large electronics like laptops. Be sure items you place under the seat in front of you fit completely under the seat, keeping the area around your feet clear. Feel free to keep using and charging your phones and tablets. Just make sure they're in airplane mode and either placed in a pocket or held. If you're sitting in an exit row, please unplug all devices from the outlets. Flight attendants brief exit and notify purser when complete. Fasten your seatbelt, bring your seats up, and put away your tray tables and video monitors. If you've adjusted your headrest and footrest, please move those back to their original position.
At this time, the cabin door has been closed. Flight attendants, please onboard to departure, cross-train, verified straps, standby for roll call. At this time, we do need everyone to return to their seats and fasten their seatbelts. Thank you.
We
Good morning,
have.
my name is Angela on behalf of Garrison Joseph and for SUPERCHATS. I'm happy to welcome you aboard our flight time of 2 hours and 8 minutes to New Orleans. Thank you, Post members, for your loyalty and to all customers for flying with us today. Our entire United team to make sure you have a great flight. Safety is our top priority, so please take a minute to review the safety card at your seat. So pay attention to the following safety video. Even if you are a frequent flyer, as each aircraft type is different.
I'm told that you are the very best that we have. Anywhere. You will need to be. Mr. Mason, take care of it.
イランへの攻撃が停止されるならこの停戦合意を受け入れるホルムズ海峡も開港する
それがいわゆるディールの技術ってやつだ
こそバラク何をしているんだバラクに似てないか見てみろよどこかバラクっぽいんだ実際そう見える人は結構いるぞほら見ろまたバラクだ一つの群衆にオバマがこんなに多いなんてすごいな
速攻で叩く徹底的に叩く 計画はシンプルだ。徹底的に爆撃してやる。
中国がイランで何をしていると思う？中国はイランに特攻ドローン、地対空ミサイル、防空レーダー装置を供給している。君たちはもう戦争の中にいるんだ。
中国がこの地域に関心を持っていることは我々も十分承知している。
ならこんな機会は二度と来ないということも理解しているはずだ。今撃たなければこのガンは手遅れになるまで広がってしまう。奴らは聖戦を我々両国へ持ち込むだろう。キノコ雲という形で。
言われはずっと彼らの核開発計画を監視してきた。なぜ今動く必要がある？
彼らのウランは10日で兵器級になる。
Switched all smartphones, tablets, and e-readers to airplane. For taxi, takeoff, and landing, large electronic devices must be turned off and stow. At international destinations, your flight attendants will advise you if it's necessary to turn off and stow all devices. We'll be taking off soon. Please review the safety card located near your seat. Stow your tray table, food and beverages, carry-on items, headrest, and footrest. Make sure your seat back is upright and your seatbelt is securely fastened. Please place your personal item under the seat in front of you. If you lose your phone or other device under a seat, ask a flight attendant to help find it. Please do not move the seat, as this can damage the device and its battery.
We know that who you choose to travel with matters as much as where you're going. So thank you for choosing to fly with United.
In the unlikely event oxygen is needed on today's flight, remove any face covering before putting on your oxygen mask. If you're sitting next to the room, we do expect you to open for conditioning for transit seatbelt. Thanks again for flying with us. I'll be back with more details about our flight when we're in the air. Flight attendants, please right now your seatbelt and be seated.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, I'd like to welcome everybody aboard United Flight 2859, service over to New Orleans. Should have a quick 10 to 15 minute taxi after that. Flight time 2 hours and 8 minutes, going to 40,000 feet.
With 19 hotel rooms, HG Hotels and Resorts, booking guests, safe arrival, or make an urgent.
Once we get airborne, we'll give you that same time of arrival. My name is Joe, your captain. The next time traffic is down, be down there in taxi. Sorry, the back of the flight.
What's up, everybody? This is your captain speaking. Happy Friday, everybody. I hope you're tuning in and taking it easy, sitting back and relaxing as we get up on out of here. We're mere minutes away from takeoff. Should be a nice and easy flight. We're going into the weekend on a seemingly high note. At least for the oil prices and the certain things. Who knows what comes tomorrow, but we got plenty to get into. So I appreciate it for tuning in. We're going to welcome our viewers here on rumble.com/American Anchor Baby, punchy.tv/Anchor Baby, and the people on YouTube liking, sharing, doing all that. Showing decorum, much appreciated. Alrighty, folks. This thing will get up on in the air in a moment here. Don't worry about all that. But how you doing on this fine Friday? What a fine Friday. Let's turn all that down. Let's turn it all down. Jeez, I'm trying to hear myself. How you doing, everybody? Happy Friday. There's a bunch to get into. I mean, but I'm being disturbed by a wrench in the plans. The plans being the packet of news and information I have. But wait, what is this? I swear I saw this video earlier and now I'm seeing that America's shocked by this. I should almost not even. Shocking Friday. But what's up, everybody? Hey, there we go. Happy Friday, happy Friday. Mic check, mic check. Everything's solid. This thing is hurting my ears. 844-900-2229. You got something on your mind, something you want to talk about on this fine Friday? Something on your mind, something you want to say. Topic on your mind. Interesting weekend news. We'll see what's going on with Iran. They're saying big breakthroughs. The strait is open, but we're going to get to all that, okay? 844-900-2229. Mic check, mic check. Okay. Welcome, everybody. What's up, Art? How you doing, Pinocchio? Got Canada in the chat. We got the people in the chat. Jules, how you doing? What's up, Jules? Yeah, we've been talking about Mythos a little bit. Anthropic. You know, Trump called it a meeting over it, in fact. But what the heck are you guys up to? We're on out of here. We're on out of here. How you doing, Francisco? Kevin, how you doing? Remember when they said we won the war like a week ago and the week before that? Hey, Kevin! Okay, that's fine. It's called maybe realism. There's still some asterisks, right? But the strait is open. And Iran is saying they agree. Confirmed. $1 gas. I didn't believe it. But America's apparently shocked by. You guys see the gay dad video? I'm sorry. I was in the middle of this before we got started. Okay, then we'll get to the oil prices. Okay, it's like a dirty Friday. Here's your chips, manja. Nick's show so degenerate. The world is degenerate, and I am too, maybe. But wait, I'm not doing this. They're doing this, right? I'm just a freak. Thrilled at watching it, maybe. No, that's like the most extreme characterization. Okay. And I see calls coming in. I will get to you. 844-900-2229. Apparently this guy responded. Gay country music songwriter and his husband. Look what they did to country music. What they do to country. Sorry, Art. I know. Sorry, I was just in the middle. Grammy Award winner Shane. What? I'm being trolled, right? McAnally. Shane McAnally, obviously. Grammy Award winner Shane McAnally, 51, shared a clip to his Instagram this week showing his husband, Michael. What? Am I being trolled? Michael Baum. That's Baum, right? Michael Baum. McAnally and Baum. McAnally Baum. Bro. Hey, God loves a good laugh. Playing with their baby born via surrogacy at their $5.3 million Nashville mansion. Baum asked the infant, "What do you want, data or pop?" Am I just too on the internet? Nobody's seen this one yet? And apparently America's shocked. Gay dad defends video that showed him mocking his surrogate baby, asking for a mama. Dude, I couldn't create this story. Like, AI created this story. No, but apparently this person's been on this earth 51 years. So, okay. Before AI was here. Mama, mama, the baby responded as he burst into tears. No, there is no mama. McAnally and his husband laughed as the boy called for his mama. You have a dada or pop, two choices. Oh. No mama. But how does the kid know about his mom? I know, because the backlash is like, this is nightmare. It's a nightmare enough. Well, maybe for the kid. For whatever. Not really for me. I'm just being honest. But it's a nightmare for the kid. But like already just because of what the situation it's growing up in. But I mean, how did it know its mom? Did it know its mom? Did it ever have the mom? Guess these are questions that I don't have the answers to, right? So, moving on. Hold on.
Dada or Pop?
Dada or Pop?
No, Mama. Do you want Dada or Pop?
Mama. The minds are pure. They know the natural order.
Or Pop? No. Do you want Dada or you want Pop? No way, Jose. I think. Oh. There is no Mama. I'm so sorry. You have Dada and you have Pop. Two choices. No Mama.
No mama for you.
No Mama. Dada or Pop.
So like whatever. Like personally, like this kid is, I don't know. It's a fussy kid. You don't know. I don't know. Did it ever know its mother? It could be crying about anything. If I'm being charitable, right? But you gotta wonder how you get this baby. The surname, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I'm choosing to pronounce it like this. McAnally is of Irish origin, primarily rooted in Ulster, meaning son of the wild hound, Mac Conalaid, or son of the poor man, Mac Felig. It is a variant of McNally. McNally. That is effing horrifying. Doom Jesus, don't be horrified. Just let it go in one ear, not the other. Don't be horrified by the world, lest you become gay, I guess. I don't know. Trauma. It's a trauma thing. It can happen to anybody. Okay? But you gotta wonder how do you get a baby like that? But anyways, I had to almost show it to you because of the comedy, the almost cosmic comedy. And I say that like, you know, the one true God, right? That could be cosmic. Not like atheists, but whatever. The almost cosmic comedy of the people involved. But hey, I don't know if it's that funny. Let's move on. Wishing him well. What a mess. That's not comedy, Nick. Crying while laughing. Look, that's what America was shocked by, but you know what? Since I mean, it would just be like, it was almost irresponsible, maybe? Just like bad. Like, what was the shocking part, right? What did he respond, I guess? I never did see it myself. And I mean, we opened up with it. I mean, can't leave it on a cliffhanger, so to speak. Dude, give us the article. Where'd it go? He defends it. He defends it. Let's just move on quick. Okay, I was appalled by what some people have been saying. Some people taking it out of context. Yeah, the kid could have just been fussy. Babies usually say dada first, but people wouldn't then say the babies are only wanting their dads. Doesn't really make sense. He's the happiest baby in the world. Mocking a child you supposedly love for click. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Get off my back, says the dads. But, like, how'd you get one? Like, is it bought? Like, I want to know. Is it bought cash? We're taking the cosmos back from the atheist thing. He's crying because he wants straight parents. You don't know that. I don't know what I'm defending. Let me just move on. What a mess. It's bad enough in a normal family, right? And then this is not a family, but whatever. Baby maxing is the new trend. What? Maxing everything. Everything's maxing. They're maxing oil maxing. Or is it oil decreasing? Oil maxing. Were you a panicking? Are these guys just cheerleaders? Or are you a panicking? A lot of that happens on the internet. Let's be real. You know, the only Trump, like, bias that I accept is, like, the Hake Report. You know what I mean? Like, the people online and Fox News, it really is like, I don't know. I don't want to call it, what's the word? Like they bend over. Like, for example, when they were saying, when Trump was like, oh, it's going to be the end of a civilization. The cheerleaders were like, well, I mean, maybe a civilization should end. and not like, right? They have to like bend over backwards to like make something to like just like support Trump, like, but in like a very phony way. When it's like, just chill. Why take a side? I doubt he's gonna end a civilization. No civilization was ended. And those same people wouldn't even want to have a real conversation where in the realm of possibilities as the leader of a military. Maybe a civilization, well, I don't know about ended, but has it ever happened? Like, that's harder than a bomb, but maybe a civilization, I mean, a nuke didn't end Japan. But a civilization maybe should be put on notice but they don't want to even have that one. They're not really ready for that one. This guy's like talking about, if you were a panicant, you had trouble affording gas during the Great War, you must admit in the comments you're a panicant, tag Donald Trump in an apology, provide gas receipts or bank statements, and swear to never panic again. U.S. oil prices crashed to $81 a barrel, now at the lowest since March 10th. You know, at least in the interim, at least in the short term, you got some relief there, huh? But that's the big news. The big news is like the opening of the strait. Hold on here. Is it too early to say? I'll tell you what's a fact, I guess. Hold on. I'll tell you what's a fact, at least. I mean, the Iranian foreign minister. Here, let me just pull this all up. Because you're hearing the strait is open. Trump is saying that. But is it really? Does Iran agree? Here's the Iranian foreign minister, Abbas Araghchi. In line with the ceasefire in Lebanon, the passage for all commercial vessels through Strait of Hormuz is declared completely open for the remaining period of the ceasefire. That's the story. That's the news. So that is confirmed by Iran. Trump, you may have heard it, responded to that, essentially saying, yeah, the strait's open. Thank you, Iran. They're never going to close it again. That was Trump. But the blockade remains. The blockade remains. And so, right, that's where you're like, did he totally win? You're just a panicking, you know, well, I call it, I mean, it is amazing. I mean, I support the guy, right? So it is amazing moves. And so when it's a win, I like it. All I'm getting at is like, the asterisk of the future, whatever. The blockade remains. There's a big military package still there, but Iran is agreeing. Iran is agreeing to that. Big claim from Trump. Nuclear dust is secured. He's saying the nuclear dust, it's just, they totally agreed to it. Now, nothing's been echoed by Iran, but if so, that's, what is this? This is an amazing week. We'll see what happens, right? We'll see what happens. But if that's true, they totally confirmed, like, no enrichment, and they're not giving up. So basically, Iran has these frozen assets due to all of the commerce they do with oil and all that. But the U.S. froze their assets in like a while ago. And Trump, and so the idea is, are they going to release this $20 billion in assets to get this going? But Trump is saying no. So no money exchanged, nuclear dust secured, Strait of Hormuz open. Like, again, the first two, the dust and the dust and the no money exchange and all that, not been echoed. But if so, like, what? It's over. I feel like Iran and the U.S. can be friends again soon. Nice chat, right? I'm just saying chat on that one. That's you, chat. Nice chat. I like your optimism. Tough love, and they began hit like crazy. So it's incredible to see. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what happens because I think it's totally likely that something happens, a deal happens, something happens. But that's like what's been reported on the Strait. But hey, the money don't lie. Like the money doesn't lie, kind of thing. Where the markets are very happy. You know it's happening. to some degree. And Iran's agreeing to it. That's like the big thing. Marine traffic showing even like cruise vessels, like passenger vessels. The Celestial Discovery, first one to make it through. So, you know, it's like looking good. And then on top of that, there was a big whipping, a lashing to Israel, saying they are prohibited by the USA, banned from further bombing Lebanon. As you know, Israel has had their own kind of campaign. And, you know, I mean, it has to do with Iran, but they have their own goals, which is to like really debilitate, like, to be honest, get rid of Iran's proxies, as they're called, Hamas, Hezbollah, etc. They operate from Lebanon. I mean, Israel, Lebanon, they're like right connected. The north of Israel is the south of Lebanon, and so it's been nasty. And you know, I don't know how open it is, but it's an openly stated rumor, at the very least, in the right wing and in the news, etc., and stuff I've seen, that, you know, I mean, Israel has this desire to occupy these areas. They say for their safety, but it does constitute an expansion of Israel. I mean, expansion is very, very powerful stuff, and whatever. That's just the thing. So, you know, it's been like a little contentious because Israel's bombing Lebanon and Iran saying, I mean, we want to make a deal. I mean, that's what they say. Some of you are far more trusting of the Iranians, but I'm also not like totally skeptical. Like, I don't know the story. They say that they're just totally liars, but it's like, can there be friendship? Can there be peace? I mean, they have this fatwa against nuclear arms. They say, the Ayatollah is like, we are totally against creating a nuclear weapon. I mean, fatwas are supposed to be really important over there. I mean, I know they're crazy or whatever, but they're also very religious. They care about I don't know, whatever. Israel, Lebanon agreed to a 10-day ceasefire. Trump says, slapping Israel, telling them, following excellent conversations, agree to this ceasefire, because they were making it tough, right? They're making it difficult. They're like, man, they're bombing us in Lebanon. You say you want to talk? Are you serious? Despite the truce, Lebanese army reported violations. They love to bomb. They love to bomb. So whatever. That's the news. Okay, that's been some of the news, the developments going into the weekend. I already sold my oil position, and if you were on triple Q, like Charlie Kirk was back during COVID, you'd be killing it right now. Not that I like, you know, I guess whatever. But whatever. Basically, triple Q, it's like it's like a triple leverage position on I forget, like the NASDAQ or something like that. Quick translation, it's like investing in the top companies of America, but triple the risk. It's like you're agreeing, hey, if it does well, you get triple the money, but if it goes bad, you lose triple the money. It's like high risk, high reward. You want to do it? Charlie Kirk claimed back, you know, he was on some podcast that COVID, you know, everything was tanking COVID, but he's like, he went all in on triple Q. He's like, America's coming back. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? This is not financial advice. So yeah, oil 81. Like I just made a little money to hedge on the gas prices. I'm not like a big investor. This is not a financial advice. I don't know how to buy oil, as some financial friends I have say. I don't even know what that means. Besides, like, I don't know, some oil EFTs. But anyways, Hormuz open. This is what they're saying. Incredible stuff. And yeah, that's enough is enough. Lebanon. Trump tells Israel, enough is enough. The USA will get all the nuclear dust by our great B-2 bombers. No money will exchange in any way, shape, or form. The USA will separately work with Lebanon deal with the Hezbollah situation. Hezbollah. Is that how it's spelled? Hezbollah. Situation in an appropriate manner. Israel will not be bombing Lebanon any longer. They are prohibited from doing so by the USA. Enough is enough. I mean, some of those scenes look crazy, right? Razed to the ground over there in Lebanon, but I don't know the conflict. Did they deserve it? I don't know. I don't know, but Israel got a bunch of bees. Did they deserve it? What's going on? What's going on? It's like biblical stuff going on over there. It's like, wow, I guess the Bible is real. God is real, but it's still only focused on... It's still only Old Testament stuff going on over there. Like the Old Testament, it's geographic. Yeah, why are they having biblical plagues? Hezbollah. That would suck. Bees everywhere? What is it? What is it? Are they stinging you? Like honeybees? Look at that. You can't even fly. Can't even fly the plane. That's why we're not flying to Israel. Biblical plagues? No. No. Holy. What do they want with the car? There's no honey there. There's no honey there. What are they keeping the honey? They've got treasure troves of hidden honey in Israel. The hidden Israeli gold. The hidden Jewish gold. It's honey. Okay. What a mess. But interesting dynamic situation. And NATO wants to come and be like, I saw Starmer, UK's Keir Starmer, come out and say, well, we actually just finished putting together a plan here to open up the Strait of Hormuz. Oh, you already did that? Donald Trump turned his fire on NATO. Now that the Hormuz Strait situation is over, I received a call from NATO asking if we need some help. He replied that useless NATO should stay away. They just want the oil. The oil flows. Yes, the oil flows. The oil flows like honey. I mean, I keep hearing from people. I keep hearing from some. Iran isn't just in the perfect situation, the perfect spot. But if Iran is allowing all this but getting no oil, it sounds like they were in a pretty tough spot to have to allow that. They're getting no. If the blockade's still on. U.S. is still gonna destroy any ship that comes close to it. But Iran's like, okay, no, we'll agree, ceasefire, yep. And by the way, if you do this, that's what the propaganda's been saying. And by the way, the U.S., if you do this, that's going to be the biggest mistake, man. And if you do this blockade, that's the biggest mistake. Don't do it. Art of Sun Tzu. This is like isn't this like in the art? Isn't this one of these like Art of Sun Tzu, Art of War tenets? Never let your opponent, never correct you. Something like never correct your opponent when they're in the middle of making a mistake. Meanwhile, Iran's out here saying, no, don't do that. That's a big mistake. You don't want to do that. Yeah, you don't want to do that. Let me loudly tell you. I saw someone else write this, but I thought it was kind of interesting. Let me loudly tell you your mistake and why you shouldn't do it. So, I mean, I keep hearing that they're on the perfect position. We're on the back foot, and maybe that's true, or at least was in some respect, but a lot of silence I hear from that. I mean, it's just too early to tell, but these are the things we're seeing. It's interesting. But yeah, I mean, you gotta, if you're gaming things out, us making some big assumptions here, maybe. If you're Iran and your Trump card here, the hostage situation with the world's oil, and you just like totally open it and you get nothing from it, your oil's still messed. Sounds like, it seems like a, all right, uncle, like, okay, what do we do next? What do you want me to do next? What do you want me to do next? Enough is enough. But anyways, you know, to be fair to the people who, you know, it's just about being realistic, regardless of Trump criticism or not. Well, I mean, the word is war. The word is war. Ground ops. I mean, the situation as it stands. As it stands. We still got major military assets in the area. Aircraft carriers. USS Abraham Lincoln. USS Gerald R. Ford. We got the USS Tripoli still in the area. But by the way, reports are this is what they're eating on the USS Tripoli. Usually you get really good meals before a big war. Hey, yo, what is this? What are we eating here? A slice of protein. You know, that's whatever, like a home cooked, it's like a home cooked pressed little burger type thing, beef patty, like just a meat patty, no bread, keto. I'm on the keto. What the F is that? Usually you get the steak and the lobster before the big one. The reports of families fear cookies. Iran war puts military packages in limbo. Dan F. was alarmed when his daughter, when his daughter, a Marine on board the USS Tripoli, that's his daughter, my daughter, the USS Marine, with her hair like probably pasted all the way back, like just like tight. Let's the barracks bunny, which is maybe that's a bit pejorative. Sorry. Shout out to the ladies in the service. Maybe you're not all barracks bunnies, and I apologize. Like I was just trying to say a woman in the military. Dan F. was alarmed. A Marine U.S. Aboard the USS Tripoli, which is a cool looking thing. Amphibious assaults. Okay. Sent him a photo of a meal served on the ship. A lunch tray, 2/3 empty, carried one small scoop of shredded meat and a single folded tortilla. What is this? Hey, this is fine. This is protein. That's a tortilla. That's fine. That's a nice... It's a fine tortilla. That's probably some good shredded meat. It's probably nice sauce. It's fine. It's fine. Right? I'm hearing conspiracy theories that this was not even the full picture. And I can't even confirm where this image is from, but the other trays look pretty good. Huh? Those other trays look pretty good, huh? Maybe your daughter's complaining she didn't get everything. Maybe she's like keto. She's like, ugh. No, wait, but she had the tortilla, so never mind. But whatever. Slab of meat, slab of protein, okay. Gotta get the chocolate milk. A little bit of carrots for your eyesight. Okay, I don't know. Poor USS Tripoli. So I don't know. They're still in the area and more are on their way. More troops are on the way, so Iran better, right? It's like a better Iran, you bet. On their way, man.
I know that in Europe there are many times fear.
So what's up with this one? The Pope? Because this guy said something interesting about Lebanon, which I looked it up, and it looks to be true. Lebanon.
Present, but oftentimes
Let's see here.
generated by people who are against immigration.
Any volume extensions on Chrome work yet? Any volume boosters on Chrome work anymore? Come on.
I know that in Europe fears that are present but oftentimes
Darn.
generated by people who are against immigration and trying to keep out
It doesn't work.
people who may be from
I gotta use this other method, which is clunkier, but it'll do, I think. Probably made everything louder though, huh? Okay, the Pope. What's he saying something about the Muslims?
I know that in Europe there are many times fears that are present but oftentimes generated by people who are against immigration and trying to keep out people who...
You see what he's saying?
I know that in Europe there are many times fears that are present but oftentimes generated by people who are against immigration and trying to keep out people who may be from another country, another religion, another race.
It's just fears. These are fears generated by people who just want to keep these races out in Europe. It's not like their behavior of raping people.
And in that sense, I would say that we all need to work together. One of the values of this trip is precisely to raise the world's attention to the possibility that dialogue and friendship between Muslims and Christians is possible. I think one of the great lessons that Lebanon can teach to the world is precisely showing a land where Islam, Christianity are both present and are respected, and that there is a possibility to live together, to be friends. Stories, testimony, witnesses that we heard even in the past 2 days of people helping each other, Christians with Muslims, both of whom had their villages destroyed, for example, of saying we can come together and work together. I think those are lessons that would be important also to be heard in teach to the world.
So interesting, no? I thought I heard these comments, but
testimony, witness, present.
So he's on this trip, right? Highlighting Lebanon as this model of dialogue between Christians, Muslims, and the thing about the Pope and these Christian sentiments, it's like it's true in a sense, but this guy really does embody to me like what Bill was saying. Some people are about seeming about making things work, and some are about actually making things work. And it's like, yeah, the people should get along, but the governments of the Western world have like almost criminally imported all these people and forced people to just like accept it. You don't ask this of these other countries who say, well, you know, imagine any other nation that's not in the West that has a majority of their own race, and there's like, or whatever, you know, you ask them, oh, you got to just accept all these people. It's the like Christian thing to do. They'll say, F you. Like, why? Like, we can have love. We don't have to hate each other. But it's just like devoid of reality. And the Catholic, yeah, the Pope is weak on crime, weak on immigration. Yeah, the Catholic Church is. Lebanon, interestingly enough, has an interesting history. As many of those nations out there in that area, I mean, you had these world wars. The Lebanon we know is a French creation. Allied forces occupied Lebanon. And this is like World War I. In 1920, Beirut and other coastal towns were added to the autonomous territory Mount Lebanon, as defined in 1861, to form Greater Lebanon. In 1923, the League of Nations formally gave the mandate for Lebanon and Syria to France, similar to how Britain got the mandate to Palestine. And then history happened, fights happened, all sorts of things happened. But under this French mandate, they called this area that was called Lebanon, including these coastal cities in the Bekaa Valley, showed like they had like a big Christian population, a slim majority as I read about, but whatever. And so I mean, it was like this Christian majority homeland, to put it simply. They call them Maronite Christians. Maronite Christian. And they were given specific expansions and leaders with French support. Maronite Christians, whatever. And so what happened in Lebanon over time? The Muslims, with their higher birth rates, started outnumbering the Christians by a lot. 1948 brings in the Palestinians. And you get this like Palestinian Arab influence in Lebanon. And then what happens? 1975, you get to like a civil war. I don't know much about it, I gotta say, to be honest. Some have characterized it in the stuff I've read about as the Arab world now outnumbering the Christian world, revolting. Stuff that's happened in the area in other places, like Iran, like Syria. The same similar religious Arab uprisings, etc. So it's like it's happened in the area before. But that's what I heard. That's how I heard it characterized. So interesting, no? I mean, there's your model of I don't know, Muslim dialogue. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, that's just what the Pope would say, right? But whatever, right? I want to get more into this. There's some other things that were happening, but I got my callers, and I do appreciate it. We got Ohio. How you doing, Ohio, on the air?
What up, Nick? How you doing?
What's up, Art? How you doing, sir?
I'm cooling. So check this out. Man, talking about the Pope. So I don't really know him like that, and I'm gonna give everybody fair chance to make a good impression on me before I judge him and be like, oh, Nick said he ain't cool. Well, I'm just gonna believe he ain't cool. Like, I'm gonna see how you act and be around you and get my own understanding of what my turn would be to call you delinquent. Oh, he's an upstanding man, or vice versa. You see what I'm saying? I ain't gonna let nobody else give me an opinion about somebody. So
fair enough.
In that sense, if Trump said what he said in his Truth Social, shout out to the Truth Social.
Mm-hmm.
Truth Social. He posted on his thing or whatnot, and I seen it, and it said something about only reason why the American Pope got into office is because they was basically trying to use him as leverage against Trump. Basically, Trump said you got into office to be the Pope because of Trump, bro. That's oh shoot.
I heard that.
That's definitely, yeah, for sure. Nah, so also, I'm trying to think. What else was I about to say? No, he's definitely go. That's he definitely need to go ahead. And this is something else that I have a problem with how the Catholic popes, both of them, I noticed that they what they saying, or they trying to present themselves as being holy, but then they turn around and they socialists. And both, from my understanding, they agree with open borders, which is destroying the West as America. You see what I'm saying?
Totally. It's like they're assuming what's wrong. What's also like extra wrong about it too. It's like they're assuming. It seems like to the Pope, it's because you're supposed to show love. So they're assuming you have a hatred if you say, I don't want all these immigrants flooding this country. That's so.
Exactly.
That's a little judgmental.
Yeah. For sure. Nah, for sure. Nah, definitely judgmental, but I'm just, and agreeing with what you're saying, but clearly, and this is another thing, even look at them. They with the immigration with them. the Muslims don't believe what Catholics believe, so they basically letting the Muslims come and basically invade them. And then they saying, just like I was watching the video the other day, they made a good point. They screamed that America can't have no walls, but wherever that little Catholic church is, they got a big wall around their church.
Yeah.
Where the Pope live at.
The Vatican City walls.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I heard something else somebody said, I forgot who it was.
Beautiful walls, really.
Beautiful walls. Well, they ain't gonna be beautiful too much longer if they keep letting other people that come in that don't have the same values as them or whatnot. But
well, I'm familiar a little bit with the controversy, and I think it was people were thinking like, oh, he's gonna be all like close to Muslims now. But then I saw him tweet something like Catholicism and Islam never mix or something like that. Or whatever, like.
Well, I heard somebody say the other day, shout out to them, that we want to have the walls to protect the people that's within them. We trying to keep people out of them because we value the people that's in them. You see it in our walls. You see what I'm saying? And it's the craziest thing to me is because the people inside the walls is basically trying to say that they don't need protection. But you can only go as far as the black community. In the rap songs, they say F the police, but when people get to shooting, they calling the police and the ambulance to come pick up the body. And then they screaming the investigation taking too long or whatnot when y'all screaming F the police. So, just like we saying, we had the walls because we want to protect the people that's inside them because we value the people that's inside of them or whatnot. They don't seem to understand that.
That's why I love that Trump said, tell that to the Pope. Did you hear him say that? Some reporter asked him, Iran is going to execute 4 more protesters, including the first woman protester. What do you tell Iran? And Trump was like, tell that to the Pope.
Yeah.
Like, tell him, like,
anything.
There's a reality. You could say, let's kumbaya all day. But imagine if you were in the situation, kind of like you're saying, you got walls. You're insulated from this.
They ain't. Yeah, and that goes back on to something that Hake was saying on his show earlier. Like they don't even on the conservative side, allegedly they screaming they conservative. They don't understand. Like you thinking people that's only talking about talking about Mexicans and Afghanistans and Iranians. We talking about British people too. They immigrants too. And I think that a lot of America is not understanding that when we left British, it started the 13 colonies, the first 13 colonies in America, we basically said F them, we wasn't paying them their money back. And that's what we went to war for. So they always going to have a grudge against the 13 colonies, meaning the Native Americans, because we basically broke a contract with them. We still owe them money, but when we started the 13 colonies, we said F them, F-bomb them. Y'all ain't getting nothing. Come over here and fight us. You see what I'm saying? So they always going to have that grudge against us. And by all means, they going to always try to do stuff to subvert and throw the Native American people off. That's what the Constitution was about. And that's what the Founding Fathers was, when they made the Constitution, they had that all in their head. And that's what I think a lot of American society is not understanding. They forgetting that. They using all tactics to try to bring America down. That's what the culture of America is. And if you take that and change and entwine people that don't have that American culture, you can subvert that and change it over without having to fight. They're basically erasing the Native American peoples without even having to fight us because they trying to pencil whip us and basically use social justice to make you feel bad for calling out what ain't racism. This is protecting the Native American bloodline. Go ahead.
Totally. I mean, yeah, I'm all for restricting immigration, legal, illegal, for the very reasons you said. I gotta say, I think a little bit, maybe a white Brit is definitely a far better immigrant than the third worlders they're bringing in. I think far closer to the culture. Well, but you know what? You might be right. Like you might be right. Like even the English culture being too liberal or something. I don't know.
Well, it's in the Native American or bloodline, and their bloodline today always gonna have that. Why you think that Trump is sitting there saying that about the French in the UK? Like, hey, let us use our military base, fly our planes in, and they don't even want to let us do that because they always gonna have that. Oh, in the back of y'all still owe us money from back in the Revolutionary War. You see what I'm saying?
Brother wars.
And it's like we really don't. It's just like Trump said.
They
we
pretend to be
don't.
friends, but they got issues with each other. The brothers, the European brothers.
Yeah, from back in the day.
That's how it was. That's how the world wars came about. It's like France hates Italy.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, France hates the British. The British got but they want to team up against Germany, and Germany's like, I'm with Russia. Actually, I'm against. I mean, that's how the world wars happen. They got jealousies.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah.
We are deserving of Europe. No, we are deserving. We are the stewards of Europe. But anyways.
And if you sit back and you really watch it, it's like, that's why I always love Trump. It's because even with they were saying, everybody know Trump was being funny when he said the Allah thing on Easter or whatnot. Trump was being funny, and that's what I like. That's what I like about him, because he's gonna be straightforward with you, and it's gonna be funny, and it's gonna offend some people. And if it offends some people, sometimes you got to check yourself. Shoot, quit being so soft. Everybody that's allegedly so soft, they know it ain't really nothing too big. He just one of them New York throwback, meaning old school New York type of dude, and that's how he talk.
Mm-hmm.
He rich and he being rich. But that's why I love him, is because he shakes the tree. When he shakes the tree, he reminds you, he shows you how the French and the British and the UK, they low-key snobby towards us. Even if you can, some of the people that don't travel over there, they look at us and talk to us a certain way. And I ain't never had even traveled over there, but I can imagine, bam, or whatnot. So when he does this, you got to remember that they use us and we use them, but we coming to see that in a fighting time, when we need y'all's bases just to, just for insulation or whatnot, and y'all basically showing us what y'all ain't really messing with us. You see what I'm saying? And at the drop of a dime, they'd be ready to turn their back on. So I love it because Trump is exposing everybody's hands or whatnot. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Yeah, me too. I and it's not I don't think it's not like evil hearted. Yeah, but they need us in the drop of a dime. And just like, okay, with the Ukraine stuff, with all of that or whatnot, they was needing us with even with how Israel is. They be needing us. We be really supplying and giving them all the stuff, but then when we be like, hey, we need to use this and we might need to use that, y'all like, oh nah, we ain't gonna do that. Not even understanding if we want to take it, we gonna take it anyways. We just basically seeing how y'all gonna play it. You see what I'm saying? Saying how y'all gonna act if we come. And so now when y'all need something from us, we gonna remember this. We gonna remember our friends and it, I mean, I'm getting tired of 30 days later, 40 days later, y'all come to agree with Trump and what Trump said. Nah, when we come to ask y'all need to either be on the ready to go and join our side or not. All this coming 2-3 months later and agreeing to what we trying to do, y'all need to stop doing that. And I think America needs to stop allowing them to do that. Either you with us when we need you to be with us, or you ain't with us at all. You know, and I have no problem with them too, like talking like that, because I mean it's just like him, and I can't really get mad at someone for being like how they are.
Like what you mean, like on the France and the UK side?
Yeah, like what you were saying earlier.
Well, if you need us to protect y'all, meaning UK, y'all can call us up at any time. They can call America up at any time. Anything going on with UK or friends, they gonna be on the phone calling America, and we pulling up with our ships and stuff. So you mean to tell me if you know that you can? Yeah, nah, heck yeah. I got all the problem with them. That's very disrespectful for a UK and a friends person to be like, oh, hold up, we ain't with y'all, and y'all need to be with us. It's basically knowing it's basically you can't do that to us. This point blank period. It's as simple. It ain't hard to understand or none of that. Like, we take care of y'all, basically.
Right.
You see what I'm
Trump
saying?
wants them to
We
pick up the slack.
Yeah, we take care of y'all. We make sure y'all stay, and y'all ain't even taking care of friends. Y'all giving it over to foreigners.
What a mess.
So
That's
we
so
take
true.
care of foreigners. Yeah.
That's so true.
Mm-hmm.
Art, man, I appreciate your call. Anything else you want to speak on?
Nah, oh yeah, for sure. Heck yeah. Allegedly shout out to Trump, because I heard that that one judge that was blocking all them flying all the immigrants out and stuff, they were trying to block him. They basically said that Trump can do that, so he got that going. Also, I heard that Trump and somebody up under him or whatnot, that they freezing the illegal aliens' bank account. So if they ain't showing license and verification of American citizenship, they allegedly gonna freeze their bank account.
Really?
So that's good. That's good. Oh yeah, that's good stuff or whatnot. And yeah, they definitely need to keep doing what they doing. We seeing what Trump is doing or whatnot. We taking the good with the bad, but it's more good than bad.
Verify
but I appreciate
at the
you letting me
banks.
keep going.
For sure, Art, call me again, man.
Yep, I'll call you again.
That'd be interesting. That'd be a pretty serious thing. Get the banks to verify the citizenship. That would be nuts. Banking while undocumented. Where and how to start. San Francisco State University, by the way. By the way. Just brazenly, openly operating. It's been an open thing in America. Banking while undocumented. Where and how to... There's how-tos on this, folks. Okay? Understand what documents the bank you want to apply needs. Apply in person. And the banks, I just want churn customers, have them go through. But yeah, tell that to the Pope.
Going to execute 4 more protesters, reportedly, including the first woman protester.
The first woman
I'll tell that to the Pope. What did you say? Tell that to the Pope.
Yeah.
That Iran is going to... Did you just hear that? Iran is going to execute 4 people, including a woman?
Tell that to the Pope, he says. And you know what? He even had a moment that was far more like gracious than I think he even had to do. For some of y'all, we're just like, what, does this guy hate Christ all of a sudden? If you hate Pope, you hate Catholicism, that means you hate Christians, that means you hate Christ. I mean, you guys have already made your decision, some of you. And it's like way more normal. It's not even about that. He's like, I have nothing against the Pope, he says.
No, I don't. I have to do what's right.
I have to do what's right, he says.
The Pope has to understand that. Very simple. I have nothing against the Pope. His brother's MAGA all the way. I like his brother, Louis. I'm not fighting with him. The Pope made a statement.
I'm not fighting with him.
Iran can have a nuclear weapon. I say Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. And if the Pope looked at the 42,000 people that were killed over the last 2 or 3 months as a protester with no weapons, no nothing, I mean, you take a look at that. So I can disagree with the Pope. I have a right to disagree.
He has a right to disagree.
Disagree with the Pope.
What do you say to people who see that, who see your criticism of the...
Look, nothing. I have no disagreement with the fact the Pope can say what he wants, and I want him to say what he wants.
I want him to say what he wants.
I can disagree.
But
I think that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. If they do, the whole world would be at jeopardy. The Middle East will be blown up, and the whole world will be at jeopardy. We're very close to making a deal. That'll be a great thing. The Pope has to understand, Iran has killed more than 42,000 people over the last few months. Think of it, protesters without guns, without anything. They were totally unarmed protesters. The Pope has to understand that. This is the real world. It's a nasty world. But as far as the Pope and saying what he wants, he can do that. Now, I know the Pope's brother. He is a big MAGA person. He's got MAGA all over his house. His name is Louis. He's actually a great guy. And I'm sure the Pope is a great guy. I haven't met him. But I disagree with the Pope. If the Pope would allow Iran to have a nuclear weapon, you can't do that.
You can't do it. We can't do it. You can't have it. So whatever. That's the Pope spat. The Pope fiasco. Pope gate. But hold on. I read this the other day in text. And here it is. The Pope saying it. About how blessed are the peacemakers, but woe to those who manipulate religion. You know, everybody wants to say, well, Trump tried depicting himself as Jesus, sacrilege, blasphemy. Tell me, I don't even believe in all that. Isn't it way more blasphemous to do a sermon like this? And I bet you he didn't mean it like this, but he starts quoting Jesus, and then he just starts talking. And it makes it sound like Jesus was saying what he said, but Jesus did not say what he said. And I bet you he didn't even mean it like that, but isn't it like characteristic of an individual who's maybe so unaware, maybe because they're like passionate. You know, I'm up against the president. I have no fear, like he said. And he's not even noticing that he just blended Jesus with his own words. Call it sacrilege. I mean, he's the Pope.
Jesus told us, blessed are the peacemakers, but woe to those who manipulate religion in the very name of God.
I don't remember Jesus saying that. What?
For their own military, economic, or political gain.
Oh.
Dragging that which is sacred into darkness and filth.
Wow, he quoted just a tiny bit of Jesus. He didn't even go the rest of the way. He just quoted a tiny bit of Jesus, then it's like, wow, wait, we forgot about Jesus there. That was like 1% of this whole part of the segment.
Yes, my dear sisters and brothers, you who hunger and thirst for justice, who are poor, merciful, meek, and pure of heart, you who have wept, you are the light of the world.
Who's he talking to? Wait, what? Where is he delivering this? He's in Cameroon. Wow. The Pope is a Pope of the people. A Pope for all Catholics, especially when they are blended in the melting pot nations, which is a Catholic value, by the way. He's in Cameroon. Look at the Cameroonians. There's a Catholic Cameroonians. Shout out. Right on.
You who hunger and thirst.
They have funny garb, some of them, I must say. Some of them have funny garb, if I may. Okay. Not very Western, I must say. But Catholic nonetheless.
You who have wept. You are the light of the
They got iPhones, though. Check it out. They got iPhones, though. Okay. What do they call it? What do you call it in literature? When you have an object that is like temporarily out of place. Like an iPhone in the Victorian England. What's the literary term? I think it's like chrono something. For an object that is in the wrong time period. Anachronism. A wristwatch in a medieval story. A character in ancient Rome using the N-word. What's up, my neighbor? That'd be an anachronism. But Nick, what's the anachronism here? These people are in 2026 wearing these clothes. I'm just nothing. I'm not saying anything. I'm just teaching you about anachronisms. Okay? What's the community note say? The Pope was delivering a homily which often blends scripture with commentary. OP misleadingly presents the quote as a single sentence. No. But go on. That's what I was saying, though, community notes. I was saying, yeah, but you know what? I bet you he didn't even mean it like that. But look, he blended it so easily. Like, he's so passionate. Like, couldn't even help it. Those aren't pajamas. What's wrong with you? So the Pope loves immigration, but that's it with that. The Pope was making hominy? No, he wasn't. He's not a Mexican. hominy Mexican? Dashikis. Those are, you know, what do you know about dashikis? That's AI? No, those are real people. Leave the Pope alone. Okay, you guys seen images of this proposed arch though? The Arch of Trump? It looks insane actually. Is that actually gonna be the size? What's that place, by the way? What do you call that? The river from the Lincoln Memorial? Okay, yeah, that's the Lincoln Memorial, right? I knew that. Look at this. You know, I'd like to go see all that. How big is the Lincoln Memorial? It's like big, huh? But this thing's gonna be huge. It'll be huge. The biggest arch. The greatest, biggest arch of all time. Whenever I see Lincoln like this, I think of Zeus in Disney. I don't know why. And like Disney's Hercules. When he goes to the temple and the stone Zeus turns into like talks to Hercules. And he's like, I will find my way. I will go. This is the only boy Disney movie. This is like the only boy Disney movie. He's like, I'm a boy. I'm going to turn into a man. I'm going to find my way. I'm going to return to my father. The Lincoln Memorial makes me think of this guy. I always think he's going to talk like him too. Like, to know. My boy.
Who am I?
Who am I? He says. Who am I? Hercules asks.
Where do I?
Do the girls get that? Like, did that speak to you? Like, who am I? Like, really? I don't know. Some girls don't really do that, huh? Not always. Girls are like can have their own problems, but sometimes the girls can be like, I don't even think about that. What do you mean, who am I? I don't even think about that. Silly boy stuff. Which is like maybe deep in its own way, but whatever. Maybe that's just a tomboy thing to do.
My boy.
My boy.
My little Hercules.
Yeah, I always think the Lincoln guy's gonna do this.
Hold on.
Shout out. So the arch, I mean, it looks huge. It looks amazing. Is it garish? People are criticizing the arch. I mean, Trump wants to build stuff. Trump wants to build. It'll be the biggest arch. The greatest arch. Who's that on top? Is that an angel? Who's that on top? 250-foot arch. The Arch of America. The Triumphal Arch. Arc de Trump. 76-meter monument. Greatest, most beautiful monument. Who's that on top, though? Arches are like a big deal, though. Like in the West. Arch Vatican City walls. Like arches are like a Western architecture thing, no? Geniculum walls. Like the arch. An innovation of Western architecture, I think. Like, were there arches before the West? I don't know. The ancient Romans, I know they made them widespread, like the pillars and columns. Because I know that there were, like, earlier arches, like I mean, what Mesopotamian. I mean, for sure there were arches. I mean, let's be real. Look at this. Look at this piece of whatever. Psh. Look at this. Look at this soft arch. Get real. Get Roman. Get real. So like the ancient Mesopotamians, you've seen them, like they got arches. But yeah, the arch is like a very like a Western thing. You can like the Roman art, like the Roman pillars, right? They signify the different eras of Rome. You know what Rome you're talking about by looking at the pillars, the styles of the Roman columns. Strength, stability, transition, rebirth. Okay, that's what it means. It's kind of cool. All the Western, I don't think America has one. I think all the Western countries have a famous arch. We don't have our Western arch. The golden, hey yo, Nick. The golden arches? Shout out, we do have our arches. What are you talking about? Psh. What are you talking about? You saying America doesn't have arches? We don't have our own arches? What are you talking about? Hello? Psh. Wake up. The golden arches. Trump's golden arches. But anyways, we're just messing around. We're just messing around. They're just giving CDLs out to anybody. You know about that. You know about that. A beautiful family. A beautiful Midwestern family. I think white? Is the wife? Is the wife like a... some sort of like European, or is that like a Latina? I can't really tell. Apparently her name is... where was that? Linnea. Lynnea. Like, not sure, but okay. Pretty much a white family, right? Basically, I mean, I don't know if not. Same Midwestern family erased. Killed. Foreign drivers turned loose on the public. Sorry, I'm laughing at chat, not at this story.
Young hearts, instead of dreams, all life's precious seeds.
I'm trying to show this. I mean, it's just footage on fire. How do you just like plow into the back, destroy 9 cars, kill a family and the 1-year-old?
Highway crash that had both directions of I-71 near US 36 in Delaware County closed for hours was deadly. You can see the black smoke coming from near the grassy median. The Ohio State Highway Patrol says the crash happened around 6:30 near the Tanger outlets. They say 12 vehicles were involved in that crash. Now, this is a live look from the ODOT camera looking at the scene tonight. Drivers are able to move through the area now. 3 people were...
Jeez. I mean, it's coming out that these people can't even, like, read the signs. They can't even understand the basic signs. And they're not even... sometimes there's no words on them. Sometimes there's not even any English on them. Jeez, and it just went off like yeah, caught fire instantly, plowed into like stopped traffic. It's like 9 cars, just like full speed, plows into the back of them. Some third world immigrant, Revolver calls them. Modu F Ngom. I don't know how to pronounce that. Modu F Nom. Allegedly plowed into several cars on Interstate 71 in Ohio. And witnesses say he was moving erratically before the crash. Major unanswered questions about the carrier, the driver. Not even sure of his legal status.
Highway crash that had both directions of I-70.
You seeing this? You know, I have this related to this story about the Republicans passing a resolution blocking Trump from deporting 350,000 Haitians. So, if you remember, Trump, by executive order, is trying to remove protected status from all these Haitians, saying they shouldn't be here. And there's many great reasons why they shouldn't be here. I'm trying to play this here, but some people online, they're like, this is very blackpilling. That Republicans helped pass this resolution blocking Trump from doing that. And they're, of course, left wondering yet again, does voting matter? Why did this happen? And it seems like 10 Republicans.
On this vote, the yeas are 220, the nays are 207. The resolution is adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table. The chair will...
So, yeah. Allow me to pull up my stuff on this. Allow me to pull it up. Because I was left wondering why, though. I was left wondering, but why? Why did those 10 defect, so to speak? So, hold on, where did I put all that?
On this vote, the yeas are 220, the nays are 207. The resolution is adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table. The chair will...
Where the heck did I put it? Hold on. I was left wondering why, and I thought the info was pretty interesting. So, 7 Republicans voted yes on this resolution, 965. This would bring the temporary protective status extension to the floor. And so this allows them to stay. And here's what's interesting. I mean, you got to wonder, like, why, right? Because many were seeing the news and they were like, well, see, it doesn't matter. The right and the left are the same, birds of the same, right, wings of the same bird, etc. But I still want to know, like, exactly, but like, why? Like, you got Trump. Why break from Trump? Like, why break from Trump? Politically speaking, like, that's pretty bad. It could be pretty bad, especially if you're a Republican. Like, why break from Trump? You'd be interested to know, for example, Representative Maria Elvira Salazar, Florida. You might remember her. She's the one pushing that Dignidad Act, saying the Republican Party should pass this act and just give all this amnesty, like crazy amnesty, to like a huge swath of illegals in America. and that the Republicans should pass it so that they don't seem so racist, that they can stop being the racist party or whatever, however she put it. She voted against Trump here. What about Carlos Jimenez, Florida? Or Mario Diaz-Balart, another Florida representative. You'd be interested to know that South Florida, interestingly, in South Florida, there's one of the largest, according to Miami Herald, one of the largest Haitian American, they call them Haitian American and Haitian immigrant communities in the U.S., especially in the Broward area, Miami-Dade, Broward area. They have a huge Haitian delegation. It's to the point where it's more politically expedient to back them up. Back up the people who are going to vote for you. Guys, U.S. politics at the national stage and I think even the big city stage is basically just race war politics. It's just race politics. You understand? They got just hate. It's just they got Haitians around them. That's it. Doesn't matter about the country. And I guess, so to speak, I mean, in some way, I guess that's what they're supposed to do. Representatives, right? But that's like really been stretched thin. And that definition, these people don't even believe in that. Maria Salazar says that your Republicans are racist, and they could stop being racist by just giving them the temporary, giving them amnesty and all that. What the heck? It's just a race war? What a mess. I mean, I guess that's that's representative politics, though, right? It's like representative politics too, but I think that's even that stretched. Because what do you mean? How do you represent temporarily protected people? You mean it's basically illegals? How are U.S. officials representing them? That doesn't make sense. But that was the little thing I had on that. Okay, that was a little thing I had on that. Is it racist to ask your kids to marry within their race?
The city to tell them.
Huh? Race politics in the cities. Right? That's what it seems like all the time. Like, you'll see some black woman or whatever yelling about, you can't, Brandon Johnson, you can't tell us to do this, this and that. We govern how we want, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, because we're black. And it's like a race thing. Anyways, is it racist? Ask Sahaj. How does Sahaj feel about this? Is it racist to insist kids marry within their race? Call him by Sahaj Kaur Kohli, who's a lady, by the way. Sahaj. Hold on. What's going on here? Yeah, what do y'all think? I don't really have a thing about it. Race mixing, miscegenation, that used to be illegal in America. That used to be illegal in America. I don't know how illegal or why. But it was, right? It was. Dear Sahaj, I would love your take on the subject of parents demanding their child to marry someone of the same background. It seems whenever the family is non-white, the reasons are always excused as cultural continuity or familial heritage. But if the same circumstance occurred with a white family, the parents would immediately be labeled as racist for wanting their daughter to only marry a white man. Thoughts? Notoriously controversial subject. But look at Sahaj, the South Asian daughter of immigrants who's married to a white man. I'm so glad you asked this question. As a South Asian daughter of immigrants, granddaughter of refugees, and married to a white man, many such cases. Something that did cause conflict with my parents. I'm so glad you asked. She gives us the class. She gives us the like, only white people can be racist thing, basically. See, the difference between both families doing that, it's shaped by history. Racism and prejudice are about privilege and advantage. When white families insist on staying within their race, it's tied to a long history of exclusion, segregation, maintaining dominance or supremacy. When immigrant or non-white families express similar preferences, it's rooted in something else. Survival, cultural preservation, and fear of loss. Where's the love? No love for white people. Like they're doing it for the same reason. Whatever. But this thinking is normal. Brainwashed. You're so right. You're so right. Brainwashed. What a mess. Not this mess. We need more white babies, says Colorful Cloud. Like whites don't want to preserve either? Like that's so evil against them, huh? And she married a white man. Sahaj, I think you got white hatred. What the? Does your husband know? Does your husband know? Do you have kids with that husband? And does he know that he made kids with you? Well, no, I guess that's not colonialism because he is not preserving anything there. And so, in that sense, he's morally correct. Wow, that's messed up, actually. That's pretty messed up. Eric, man, what are you... Can you help her out? Help out the ladies. Eric, with the coffees, man. I appreciate your coffees. Hold on. Did we ever get to all of them? What is this? Separate views. What a mess. Okay, here we go. Eric, appreciate the coffees. What do you got to say about these people, man? Chat tards believing in a natural coming together. I know he's had a couple of things to say about women and their value. And the value that they're throwing away. Their beauty, youth. What is this natural coming together the chat tards speak of? Speak sounds like chick speak. I'd love to hear someone articulate it. You said people don't think about value. Not true. Of course men value specific metrics in women. Otherwise they would put on a blindfold and pin the tail on a donkey. Of course women value specific metrics in men. Otherwise the terms hypergamy and hopeflation wouldn't exist. True say, Eric. I think. I'm just saying, I'm trying to remember what that was about, but you know. You know when you're like, you know when sometimes feelings override that kind of thing, I guess I was thinking of. Like, you know, like, maybe you think about value, but without words. Chatards believing in the natural coming together, that's retarded. What's natural about a woman spending an extra 8.5 years getting cracked by Chad, Tyrone, etc.? There's no such thing as dating. Dating is evil. What you believe dating is not what dating is. You're conditioned to believe that believe things that aren't real to protect women's feelings. The way women are behaving today is anything but natural and healthy. Labeling the behavior dating hides the truth, so the mind accepts it. Belief enslaves you. Your entire life was designed subconsciously to appease women. I mean, dating doesn't mean sex. You can date not have sex. I mean, they're wrong for that, right? I'm not disagreeing. Nitpick Nick says, I know, I'm so annoying. You make it sound like all men want a good wife. You know what it is? You know why? You know what's the reason for the nitpick? You know what it is, Eric? It's not even that I disagree with you. It's that, you know, you're saying the women, they devalue themselves with the following things, but I think the men devalue themselves too. And you're not necessarily disagreeing with me. But you're right, I'm so annoying. Nitpick Nick, so true. He says, you make it sound, he quotes me, you make it sound like all men want a good wife. Yes, I challenge you to find a significant subset of men that say they don't want a good wife. Won't they talk to women for sex? Yes, the women are lower value with higher standards, so it will happen less frequently. Hoflation means you can't get what you used to for the same price. It means the average woman isn't interested in the average man. Now, the average man is lucky to get an overweight 10 bodies borderline on psych meds. Men will still talk to donkeys after enough liquid encouragement. They just need to find a way to go deaf, dumb, blind. You're looking for the one example that disproves the point instead of asking what's true about this. I was making the point of hoflation that women have less value with higher standards, which created men's lack of interest. You said the standards go down all the way across. Not true, he says. You're missing the entire point of hypergamy and hoflation. Women today are less valuable with higher standards. Women are born with their value. It's their burden of responsibility to preserve their value. Currently, women are spending their value on themselves. Do you get it? Sit with that. Reflect on why it seems something's wrong with men. Men used to build a life with their wife. Cool. Eric with the coffee says, conflating youth and beauty. You said, I'm talking about physical beauty, which is closely tied to your youth. Let's be real. Slow down, he says. I'm also talking about physical beauty, but you're not logically applying its correlation to youth. Men don't value youth. They value beauty. A man's selection of a wife is highly determined by beauty, but most couples are roughly the same age. It's illogical to make a comparison in beauty between a 40-year-old woman and a 20-year-old woman. It's not youth that men value. Men value what's lost with age. Beauty, purity, fertility. Thank you, Eric. Appreciate your coffee, sir. Amazing. What terrible immature judgment, huh, ladies? Where's your dad? Listen, where's your fathers? You gotta listen to them. Hey. All right, folks. Wow, look. Where y'all at? Holy. Did we been going down this packet? We've been going down this packet. Has it really been that long? Time has been flying, folks. And this guy who attacked those Trump supporters, who was, or that one Trump supporter who was apparently mentally ill. You hear about that? You guys remember that? That was like first term. Like, how does a video like this even exist? Like, what did that guy do to even deserve that?
You can open that other bag.
That is so insane. Elon Musk commenting on the story, saying the justice system needs reform because they're saying this Tesfaye Cooper, the same thug, who tortured a disabled teenager on Facebook Live. He got arrested. Apparently, he got arrested again. He chased down a cyclist who simply waved at him, beat him, who simply waved at him. He chased him down, beat him, spat on him, and screamed, "Gangster disciples," and stole his bike. What the? Did you have to steal the bike, man? The guy just waved at you. Did you really? Did you have to steal the? If he slighted you in some way and you needed to beat him up, which sounds crazy already, but let's say looking through his eyes, seeing it his way, he slighted you. Why did you have to steal the bike? It's like I'm also committing I also have to do some thievery, by the way. He released after only 7 years for the first savage attack. In a saner penal system, this predator would never see daylight again, according to this guy. Do you remember that one? Oh, man. He screamed "Gangster disciples" and stole his bike. Oh, man. Oh, no. They done messed up. They done let the GDs in the dough. They done let the GDs in the dough. They done let the GDs in the dough. Look at these. Look at this respectable. Look at this respectable group of young men.
Hey, 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 ooh, hey, from them grave, on GDN, on GDN. Man, this beat slap. Hey, they done let the GDs in the dough. Hey, they done let the GDs in the dough. Yeah, they done let the GDs in the dough. Hey, they done let
my cousin they some GDs, my uncle they some GDs.
I know some GDs from out west, they block me lit as fuck. I know.
You know what's actually, I think you know what's actually Anchor Baby stream lore? I think this is actual Anchor Baby stream lore. I think I played the GD anthem before, and Maze may have called my show, and I don't know, I forget what she said. I forget exactly how she put it. But at the very least, if I remember correctly, she was at the very least supportive of GD. Not saying she's affiliated at all. I'm not saying that at all. In fact, I don't even remember. But what's a GD? A gangster disciple. A gang. It's a gang. And if I remember, I was playing this song and making some jokes about it. Maze called in saying, and by the way, something about I swear this is Maze lore to some degree. I forget what it is, but I swear to some degree she shouted, like, I'm not saying she's affiliated, but like to some degree she called in to like defend them or something, like leave them GDs alone or something. So, you know, I think that's Maze lore. She may be, I'm not saying she's GD, but I'm not saying she's GD, but she may be like GD supportive and not like criminal, but just because she believes in family and camaraderie, black family and camaraderie, not criminal stuff. And so you know, I'm just making jokes, but I think that happened. I swear I played this song and Mace was like, you know, them GDs, like leave them alone or something like that. Something like they're just community people or something like that. I swear it was something like that. It's just a community.
They done let the GDs in the dough.
Maze is affiliated. No.
They done let the GDs in the dough. Yeah.
Wait.
GDs. Say you GDK. Fuck his Trump should shoot. He say cause you GDN. I can't do no song with you. And if the BDs find out, they gon' put me on the news. I'm like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Stop picking sides.
That's a good advice.
I'm so GD you can see it in my eyes.
Wait, what? Hey, BB, I'm GD, I'm BB. Yo, is BB GD or is GD BB? Because somebody got to explain this to me. If you see that someone is GD in their eyes and you see Star of David, can somebody explain that? No, I actually do know a little bit. The guy who created the gang, his name is David, so he's King David, and the acolytes of gangster disciples are all disciples of King David. And so that's why they have this symbol. There may be other reasons, but that's what I've learned. And the six points of the star actually, by the way, signify the tenets of Gangster Disciples, which are LLL. What are they? LLL GD teachings. What is it? It's LLL, love, loyalty, and life, and then another 3. Love, loyalty, life. See, isn't that nice? What a respectable crew. Love, loyalty, life, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Those are the 6 pillars of the Gangster Disciples. So, what a respectable gang of fellas. I mean, it's just about love, liberty, knowledge. I mean, that's probably, maybe if May said that, that's probably why. It's because of their values. She supports the GD values. Maybe. I don't know. But people are mad about the new Dunkin' in the hood.
Dunkin' Donuts in the hood. Stop giving them praise though, because they don't put a Dunkin' Donuts in the hood. Stop giving them praise though, because check this out. Only drive-through. They want our money, but they don't want us inside. Look at this. It's just a window. Drive-through, no indoor seating, of course.
Damn, this is so cyberpunk dystopia.
Of course. Now you can support these businesses all you want. I refuse. I rather shop small, local, coffee shop. I get it, efficiency. People want that as well. But realistically, this is what's coming into our neighborhood.
Efficiency. That's why they're doing that. Right. Efficiency is the reason why they're doing that.
It's places that want our money but don't want us, because how difficult is it to just put a dining area inside? I grew up in this area. I did a video on that.
Wow, so mean of them. They just don't like them. They just have a hatred of the people.
Tams right there. And then a Dunkin' comes here, but they don't want us inside.
They don't want you.
I'm going to show you guys one that does allow you to dine in. 5 minutes away, you have South LA Cafe.
Oh.
Not only is the coffee better.
Where is South LA Cafe? South LA. I've heard of South LA. Are they gentrifying up in here with that nice looking cafe? Yeah, I've heard of South LA. And oh yeah, that's a stone's throw away from Martin Luther King Boulevard. Do I have to tell you anymore? Yeah, Western and Martin Luther King Boulevard. Do I need to say any more? Need I say any more? Where this Dunkin' Donuts is near, and why they may have had to have no indoor seating.
Stop giving them praise though, because check this out. Only drive-through. They want our money, but they don't want us inside. Look at this. It's just a window. Drive-through, no indoor seating, of course. Now you can support these businesses all you want. I refuse. I rather shop small, local, coffee shop. I get it, efficiency. People want that as well.
It's just efficiency. That's crazy though. Like imagine just imagine the streets of a city. Just you just don't go into places. It's all in the street. It's truly the street, and everything's the street. There's something so cyberpunk about that. Like anybody could just get killed going to get some Dunkin' Donuts. Everyone's got armed, got bulletproof everything. Like what the. They act the way they do and wonder why no one wants to deal with them. Talking about black people? I think there are Mexicans out there too. But, you hear Jesse's been saying like, white people, it's time to separate. And I totally get why he says that too. And why he says things like, America's not coming back. It's not like never. It's just show me the proof. Let's be real. What's the direction? Well, POCs, as they call themselves, obstinate. America haters, white haters, it's racism. It's just, and even this Dunkin' Donuts, she didn't say racism, but it's just dirty corporate efficiency. We need Mexican, because I think this lady's like Latina.
Realistically,
we need Mexican. Realistically, I want to slap her voice. John Gray. No, I disavow. She's probably like, She's probably like, oh hell nah. Oh hell's nah. Dunkin' Donuts doesn't even have indoor seating now. Oh hell's nah. They really hate us out here. Oh hell's nah.
Because how difficult is it to just put a dining area?
And then she eats the Takis, and then she reaches into the hot Cheetos. Oh hell's nah.
Yeah, inside. I grew up in this area. I did a video on that Thames right there.
Like
and,
a LA Chicana.
And a Dunkin' comes.
Yeah. So where's the black and Chicana reform?
Here, but they don't want us.
I'm taking
inside.
that from
How y'all feel
James
about it? I'm
Hake.
going to show you guys one that does allow you to dine in. 5 minutes away, you have South LA Cafe.
Oh hell's nah. Oh, it's a LA thing. It's a LA thing. It's not even like a Mexican accent, but maybe a little bit. What a mess! All right, folks. What the? Let's check this out real fast, because everybody's been very supportive, man. Thank you so much. Incredible. Let me see here. Thank you, Rumble. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, everybody, for all the support. Super chatting and all that. Incredible. Look. The rest I have is just these filler videos. You guys got I got filler videos. I mean, it's look, Sillies. Did you see this one? But I hope you guys had a good week. I will be with you guys Sunday for church. More American Anchor Baby on Monday. You don't want to miss it. But yeah, Church with Jesse, rebuildingtheman.com/church Sunday. We're always together, family. Don't miss it. Great church. But we done did it all. We done the calls, the super chats, all the topics, the important things. I only have like a couple of sillies and funnies. I mean, it's not too silly and funny for some.
Oh my God.
You ever have an ex like this?
You are crazy.
I'm so tired of you. I'm so tired of you. I'm so tired of you.
The double whammy to the cameraman. The double whammy to the cameraman. Hey, love. Hey, love.
Please
Love is a powerful thing. Love is a powerful thing. Okay? And who knows? You guys are saying this is AI? No.
Oh my God. Please tell me you're recording. You are crazy.
I'm so
right now.
tired of you. I'm so tired of you.
Look, he's moving. The car's moving.
You are making this so much worse. Please tell me you're recording this, please.
Please tell me you're recording this. Black Squidward over here.
Why would you do this?
Why would I use custody?
Why would you do this?
Look at you. You broke my fucking window.
Jeez. Dude.
Can you stop?
She's holding on pretty strong, huh? The car was moving there. He's literally rolling. The car's rolling.
Stop. Can you? No, we need to call someone.
Okay.
Like, this is actually ridiculous.
Yep.
Oh no. The way she broke that window though. Come on. That's pretty good. Mama got some strength. I think she's Latina. You think she's a fat white crazy woman? I think I'm getting Latina from her. I'm getting Chicana.
Oh my.
Double whammy. You know the tint on the window kept it all in one piece. It's gonna be better for cleanup later.
Please tell me you're recording.
That double whammy gets me.
I'm so tired of you. I'm so tired.
So then why are you holding on to him? I'm so tired of you.
Making this so much worse. Please tell me you're recording this, please.
Call the police. She gets hurt, now you're in trouble. Like, stop driving. Stop driving.
Why would I use custody when you?
Look at you. You.
Oh my gosh. Some of you are saying, I pray love never finds me. Very nerve-wracking situation. I mean, look, she could, like, the fact that he's rolling. Like, imagine if she got hurt and then you get in trouble.
Oh.
Let go.
Like, you can't let, when emotions are at play.
Can you stop?
Like, what the fuck?
The way she gets up, like,
Stop. Can you? No, we need to call someone.
yeah, the
Like,
police, and put her in jail. And make her pay for your window. All right, Pitbull Girl. You guys would like this one, I think. We gotta watch Pitbull Girl. Kind of a layered situation, maybe. Maybe layered. Who do you think was in the wrong? Girl, owner of a pit bull on a muzzle, interaction with another dog owner who seems to own 2 dogs, not on a leash. Thoughts on the sitch?
Next time I'll take the muzzle off.
Oh!
They just like ran up on him and he's very aggressive.
She says he's very aggressive, and they just ran up on him.
You don't have your eyes
You seem smart to have a muzzle on.
on your dog. You don't have your eyes on your dog. That could have been very bad.
Oh,
Keep your eyes on your dog if you want them to be safe.
okay. Your dog's aggressive. Put him down. You can hear off camera.
Dog's down. My dog's almost just put your dog down. Next time I'll take the muzzle off, bitch.
Whoa!
Bring him back over here and I will.
Oh! Bring back that dog, or I'll take the muzzle off.
Bring him back over
Bring him back. This is combat now. This is combat by words, but this is now like open, like, okay, now the caption says pulls knife. Look what I got for him. Apparently the guy off camera says,
Your dog is running up on me. Pull a knife on my dog. See what happens.
see what happens. And now he's like saying, take off the muzzle, and I will. So now he's saying, yeah, you do what you will. I got my knife. I'll defend myself.
Just pull the knife on my fucking dog.
Now she's filming him. She's like, this guy's just pulled a knife. Hurrying to call his dogs because he knows he's wrong, says the caption.
Not doing shit about it.
She went to the cops, and she's complaining the cops aren't doing anything about it.
Letting him go.
You're just letting him go, she says. So, some of you are laughing. Does she know that normal dogs don't eat kids? Yeah, look at this beast of an animal. Like, look, she was right next to these kids. Look, these kids who are on leashes, by the way. They're all in red ponchos and leashes. I don't know what's going on here, but hey, you're walking through. I don't know if this is a dog park. I don't know. You don't really walk around with your dog without a leash. It's not really something you do, even if they're trained. You shouldn't let them run up on people and like start smelling. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Especially in like a city, that doesn't make sense. No, they're trained. Like maybe in a dog park, maybe a park. But when there's all these other dogs and all that, like this is like a known thing. Call it like an American colloquial manners thing. You keep your dog on a leash because you don't want him. Everybody has dogs now. It's like you don't want him interacting. But look at this beast on a muzzle. This animal looks like a problem. And she seems to know that the animal's a problem and threatens with it. She's like, oh, I'll let him off. Oh, you want problems? I'll show you problems. But when the guy does like some mutual combat, says, oh, no, you want problems? I'll give you problems. I don't know. She kind of, in my opinion, tries to flip the board game. They're playing the board game. Oh, yeah. Oh, the white dog just calmly walked by and said hi. Yeah, I don't remember the white dogs who are not on leashes really do much. What did the dog even do? So she was worried. She said that her dog was aggressive. It's her dog that's the problem. The dogs aren't even doing anything, and she's like, but this is why you keep them on a leash, because people have problematic dogs. But who are you mad at, lady? You should be mad at yourself. You got the problematic dog. The other dogs aren't even barking. And okay, so in my opinion, at this point, it's like mutual. He's like, okay, you're smart for having a muzzle on him then because he's aggressive. And she didn't like that comment. She's like, oh yeah, well, your dogs almost died. That would have been really bad for you. He's like, no, they wouldn't. I have a knife. It would have been bad for you. And it's like, at this point, it's mutual. It's like, pieces on the game board. And she just tries to flip it, in my opinion. Flip the board and start filming him. And this is the guy that pulled the knife and go to the cops. Cops do nothing, obviously. Kind of a little unfair. And she's feeling a little tough, in my opinion. She's literally what's the word? She's feeling a little tough with her tough dog. It's like a irresponsible gun owner. She shouldn't have it, because the moment she disagrees with someone, she's like, yeah, well, I'll lick the muzzle off and they'll kill your dogs and they'll kill you or whatever. What? So maybe you like having this dangerous dog, but the moment you have a problem, you want to unleash it on people. It's like an irresponsible gun owner, you know? Like you don't go around flaunting that you're carrying. You wait till the moment you need to use it. And you know what I'm saying? Like, what a mess. Carver with a super chat thing says, literally the dog that's not barking.
You don't have your eyes on your dog. That could have been very bad.
That could have been very bad.
Keep your eyes on your dog if you want them to be safe.
Your dog's aggressive, put him down. I tend to agree a little bit. The dog has anger.
Just put your dog down.
I mean, look at it. What kind of... It's the nicest guy.
Bring him back over here and I will.
See, look, now she's getting tough. This is just her being tough. At this point, it's mutual combat. He's being tough, she's being tough. But no, she's going to flip the game table and say, what? You're going to pull a knife? Yeah. Yeah, if your dog, if I was that dog owner and some pit bull starts running up to my dogs and I have a knife, and I guess I'm allowed to defend myself in this case, I guess, check your laws. I'm killing your dog. I'm going to kill your dog. I'm going to stabbing it. Or if it's like my kids or something. What a mess, right? So I wanted to show you that. Those were some of the sillies. Some of the sillies before we go. It's a mess out there. So that's why we got church on Sunday. All right. All right. Hey, take it easy, folks. What else? I mean, we did it all. Kind of hard to talk tough and then throw your leg over the dog that way. I was thinking something similar, Brian. That is funny. I thought I was the only one thinking something like that. Lord, what a mess out there. Enjoy your Friday, folks. What can I say? Look at that. Did the plane just land too? Enjoy your Friday. Take it easy. I'll see you Sunday. Rebuildingtheman.com/church. Amazing. Take care, folks.